Lexicon. Um, I recorded a video earlier and I forgot to set my VOD to record my videos. So instead of having gameplay this time, we're just going to focus on a deck tech. So we're going to be talking about a deck that is a one prize deck that I just call Flamigo, which rotates around. It focuses on a specific attack that several Pokemon have in the game, and you basically abuse this attack to pump out tons and tons of damage, which will result in you being able to kill Pokemon V and Pokemon EX pretty easily. And since it's a one prize deck, the games do go pretty long if everything goes in your favor. Since they're only taking one prize per turn, if you end up knocking out their V or their EX, you will get multiple prize cards, which will accelerate your game and most likely win you the game. So let's go through the Pokemon first. We have Manaphy. So it has a good ability that protects your Benchmon from any attacks that will be dealt to them by your opponent's Pokemon. The only thing that gets around this is I'm not sure which attack it is. It could be Clever Concealment from Radiant Greninja that hits the bench, but other than that, there's no other way for them to deal damage to your bench as long as Manaphy is there. So they would essentially have to switch it in and then kill it, but it doesn't happen too often unless they bosses order you, or Manaphy is the last Pokemon in your bench in a item switch. If they don't, then Escape Rope. I'm sorry, and if they don't, you're fine. So we have one Radiant Greninja just in here to discard energies if we need to draw the cards we need. We have three Pokemon with an attack called United Wings. So the general strategy with this deck is that you want to get as many of these Pokemon in a drop, because the attack just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So most of the time, you're one-hit KOing their basic mon, or you're dealing tons of damage to their V or their EX, which allows you to take multiple prize cards, since they're, like I said earlier, they're only one-shotting you for one prize at a time. We have Ditto, and Ditto is great because Ditto can copy the attack of any basic mon in your discard pile that does not have a rule box. So essentially what we want to do here is get Murkrow or Wattrel in a drop. More so Murkrow, because its attack is for one shadow energy, which if you're copying the attack of Wattrel, there's only 4 turbo energy in the deck. So at some point you might run out of turbo energy and you have no way of being able to attack your opponent's Pokemon. So yeah, and there's a downside. There's a downside to the double turbo energy, and the fact that it does make your attack cost 20, makes your attack do 20 less damage, which could be crucial in the game, especially if you're trying to pump through for that last bit of 10 or 20 damage to kill their Pokemon. So we have that. For items and trainer cards, we have Escape Rope, which is great, especially in the situation where they have a Pokemon V or EX on a bench and it's their last Pokemon, and they have something else that you don't want to kill because you want to get the last 2 prize cards. So Escape Rope is great. Allow you to switch in your Murkrow, your Ditto, your Flamigo, your Wattrel, whatever it takes to get that last attack in for the last prize card. For item cards, we have Level Ball, which allows you to get basically any Pokemon from your deck into your hand except for Radiant Greninja. But this is great because Level Ball works well with Ultra Ball. So Ultra Ball will allow you to discard 2 other cards from your hand to search for another Pokemon. And usually, what you're doing most of the time is discarding your United Wing Pokemon to boost up your attack, so you're doing the max amount of damage that you can do at any given time. We also have Pokegear, which is a good card just in case you need to get Professor's Research to dump your hand, or Boss's Order to switch up their the Pokemon you want to KO the most, or the one that has no energy on it but might have an attack that costs 3 energy, which can lock them out of the game for a while if they don't have a way to retreat it. This is also a good card in Professor Burnett, because Professor Burnett will allow you to discard 2 cards from your deck and then shuffle your deck. So this will allow you to get more United Wing Pokemon abilities in your discard pile. We also have Trekking Shoes, which is a great card in case you need to either pitch a United Wings into the drop or add a card to your hand that might be beneficial to your game plan. Path of the Peak is just so good. Simply shuts off Roblox Pokemon, which are Pokemon V, Pokemon GX, etc. And getting this out turn 1, probably good, or turn, whenever your turn starts, this is a very good card. We also have Pokestop, which is another stadium card that allows us to get the United Wing Pokemon into the drop, and also benefits you as well by putting an item card in your hand. So you never know. You could get a Level Ball, you get Ultra Ball, you get your tool cards like Choice Band, or you can get Vitality Band, which will boost your attack, dealing more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. We also have Boss's Order, and Boss's Order is an extremely good card because it will literally win you the game. If you have to use it early game, you're most likely using it to get something from their bench to the active slot that has no way to attack you for maybe a turn or 2. So this is a good control-y type card. And late game, like I said, Boss's Order, their benched Vmon that already has damage counters on it. Kill it, win the game. You just win the game with Boss's Order. We also have Professor's Research, which is amazing, especially alongside Flamigo, because if you go turn 1, play a Flamigo onto your bench after you're already set up, add 3 Flamigo to your hand, Professor's Research, discard 3 Flamigo if they're in your deck, or any other United Wing Pokemon that are in your hand, so it could be 3, 4, or 5, and you are in the money. You are pumping out damage like crazy. Then we have Serena, which is an amazing card in herself because of her 2 abilities. One is kind of like a Professor's Research, which allows you to discard up to 3 cards. You don't have to discard all 3. It will load your hand back up, or you could just switch in their Vmon, with, similar to the Boss's Order card, and end up killing their Vmon or their EX. Well, not their EX, I'm sorry. Their Vmon or Vmax, and get multiple prize cards out of it. Then we have Choice Belt, which is great. 30 more damage to Vmon, why not? Sometimes you need just like that incremental damage to win the game. Choice Belt will get you there. We also have Vitality Band, which allows your Pokemon to deal 10 more damage to active Pokemon. And like I said, incremental damage is important in this game, and sometimes 10 more damage is all you need to kill something. Finally, we have 4 double Turbo Energy, which you can attach to your Ditto, you can attach to your Watrio, you can attach it to your Flamigo, and use United Wing attack. The only downside to the double Turbo Energy, it does make your attack do 20 less damage, which is annoying, but it could be detrimental to you if you need that last 20 energy to kill their Pokemon and you don't, so you might be in a position where, you know, you're just not killing it quick enough, and your opponent has another turn to take one prize card off of you by killing your Mon, because everything is going to get one-shotted, unless for some reason they have a basic Mon that does like 20 or 30 damage or 10 damage with an attack. If that's the case, you don't have to worry too much. You're going to end up killing their Mon anyway. And finally, we have 7 basic Shadow Energy, which is great for Murkrow, it's great for Ditto, and especially good for Ditto because most of the time you do want Murkrows in the drop. That way you can copy the United Wing attack for 1 energy. And since we only have 4 Turbo Energy in the deck, sometimes you just don't have the energy to be able to do the United Wing attack. So by having a basic Shadow Energy allows you to use Murkrow's attack or use Ditto to copy Murkrow's attack and get you multiple prize cards out of it if you're killing a V, or gets you 1 prize card if you're killing a basic Pokemon. And that is the deck in a nutshell. It is very fun to play. It's very consistent most of the time, and I really enjoy this deck. It is not my idea. Unfortunately, I did snipe this list from someone on Pokemon.io, but it was so good that I had to share it. It is also a very budget deck for paper, if you want to play this in paper. And if I'm correct, it's somewhere around maybe like $10 to $12 to build this. The only money cards, I guess, would be, I don't know, the Path of the Peaks, the Ultra Balls, the Choice Band, and the Double Turbo. But other than that, it's cheap and it's fun to play. And I hope you have fun with this deck. There will be a link to the video. There will be a link in the video to my Patreon, my Discord channel, and my YouTube account. So you can always return to this video and, you know, just return to the video if you want to understand how the deck works better. I should also make one more comment about Flamigo, if I didn't say it earlier. Flamigo is good. You typically want to keep it in your hand until you're already set up. That way, when you play Flamigo, you'll get whatever amount of Flamigo that are in your deck into your hand, and then pitch them away to make your United Wings do more damage. And click subscribe to my YouTube channel, join my Patreon. You do not have to give me any money unless you want to. It would be great, but I'm just trying to create a channel where I present you deck techs and other content that you will enjoy, hopefully. And I'm going to try to do a thing once per week where my Patreon members will get automatically included into a free giveaway. Most likely, if we have, you know, anywhere between 10, 20 members, I will find a program to randomize and select someone, and they could get anything from free Pokemon codes for Pokemon Live, Pokemon codes, damage counters, coins, or anything else I can think of, maybe booster packs as well. And whoever wins the contest, I will directly message them and find the quickest method of getting them to them. I hope you enjoy this video. This is Lexicon, and I am out.